And that was just a fortnight ago, finishing in mid-division behind Night Colours. And it's 22-1 and bigger for the rest of them. So our next race coming up at 2:30. I should have mentioned a couple more really, I suppose. Majesty the Queen with High Shine, Michael Bell and Callum Shepherd. High Shine finished 4th of 6 behind Gypsy Whisper over 7 furlongs at Lingfield. Should appreciate the step up in distance. Richard Hannon with Grinling. So anything that Hannon saddles, it just got outpaced at Ascot behind Enemy last time. And Mark Johnson doesn't waste his journeys all the way down to Bathurst Midland. He and Dane O'Neill team up with Sea of Marmoon as a daughter of Golden Horn. She's out of her horse sister to Monterosso, the Dubai World Cup winner, of the dam being sibling Garner. Well beaten after being up there with the pace at Newmarket back in July, and actually hasn't been seen since then. Not sure where she's been, but she's sure to have been put through her paces. And although she is a big price at the moment, around about 33-1, I think we can expect the Mark Johnson winner to make its presence felt. So, our next race then for you coming up at 2:30. Join me near the time for an update on the betting and commentary. And the runners are going down to the start right now. In fact, for race 2 on the card then this afternoon. So, without further ado, let's whip through the betting. Damage Control, favourite at 2-1 for Andrew Balding and Dave Probert. 3-1 then for Surrey Pride. Passing Fashions 4-1. Bentley Wood is 6s. Yeah, double figures, the rest of them. Molinari 12-1. Vulcan, that's even bigger, 16-1. And then it is 20-1 and bigger for the remainder. So the runners making their way down to the start then for our second race. Cut in the ground then. It's just dried out a little bit from the initial soft overnight, but still plenty of non-runners. Amazingly, in this particular contest, though, no absentees, so they do all go. Andrew Balding's team in decent form present. Certainly got a steady stream of winners. Damage Control, 2-1 favourite then. It's only had the one run so far. It's by Zoffany out of 1 So Marvellous. So there should be plenty of stamina in the makeup for Damage Control, who did stay on at Salisbury on its debut, and it is entitled to have obviously come on a lot for the run. And market suggests as much. It is 2-1 favourite with the runners down there at the start. Surrey Pride, bits and pieces of support coming in for that one. 7-2 at the moment for Surrey Pride, for Joe Toot and Charlie Bishop. And Surrey Pride is out of a dam called La Concurrente. It's a French group placed middle distance winner. So in a way, pretty similar makeup to Damage Control, in that they should both be expected to improve. A, with the after the initial run, and B, stepping up in distance. And also we got that's quite well fancied here. Passing Fashion, Rafe Beckett's runner. Well, that's already shown us what it can do. Made all at Lingfield on fast ground last month. It just tend to just hang its head in the closing stages, and then was pitched into listed company next time out at Salisbury. So flying just a little bit too high there next time, Passing Fashion, but it wasn't disgraced. It was only beaten 5.5 lengths behind the winner, Mohican Heights, in that listed race. So back amongst these slightly lesser equine counterparts here, on form at the moment anyway. And so with the colours of Peter Saville, Passing Fashion, Harry Bentley on board for Rafe Beckett. I think this one will certainly be in at the finish. The runners are just down at the start at the moment. So it is now 2:31, and just like the first race today, a delay to proceedings, as they haven't started going into the starting stalls just yet. But at least they are down there at the post. So we've mentioned Damage Control. One of the jockeys has just come off his mount. What one is that down the start? Looks like Rab Havlin. It is Rab Havlin there, so that must be Erica, near Mulholland's filly. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's down to the start there, just standing behind her. She's just getting a little bit worked up. Looking at the betting, Bentley Wood on 5-1. Mick Shannon, if you're with us for the first race, you'll know Mick Shannon had the first winner. He and Tom Markand teamed up in the opener with Gleed's Girl. I'm just looking down the track, and it is Erica who's causing problems there for the stall handlers, and she's backing further away. Rab Havlin not back on board yet, and she's having none of it at the moment, Erica. She's 100 to 1, Erica. It always does seem to be one of the big outsiders. How many times does it happen when we have a delay? And 9 times out of 10, it's always one of the big outsiders. You never seem to get the favourites through this. It's always a big outsider that delays proceedings. That's exactly what Erica is doing at the moment. But they are loading the others in, so at least they are going into the stalls now. So if you just joined us, well, Damage Control is the 9 to 4 favourite. Passing Fashion 3 to 1, well backed. Surrey Pride 4s. Bentley Wood continues to come in for support. Maybe those who backed Mick Shannon's winner in the first race, playing the winnings up. 4th of 11 at Redcar on Wednesday. But prior to that, made a good debut when run up at Carlisle, and that was in ground similar to today's, so hopes high Bentley Wood can put the disappointing run from 5 days ago behind it and be in at the finish. Certainly being well back now, 7's down to 5 to 1. Well, they continue to load in, and Erica continues to be a good few yards at least away from the others. Rab Havlin is going to try and get on board now. Whether she goes into the stalls when she eventually gets there remains to be seen, and Rab is now back in the saddle. I think most of the other runners are in, and now she's trying to get rid of Rab, and she succeeded. Off he comes. I can't see this one running, to be honest with you. She's giving too many problems. The other runners going in steadily, and we're going to be off very soon. Well, would you believe Rab Havlin, undaunted, gets back on again. And now they put a blindfold on her, on Erica. Let's see if this works then. Now the other runners, or most of them are in, and she's walking forward. Come on, Erica, go in. So stall 13, it would be stall 13, wouldn't it? Erica moving forward. She senses she's there. And would you believe she goes in after causing all of that trouble? In she goes. Sea of Marmoon is going to be one of the last ones in. Daughter of Golden Horn for Mark Johnson. And Sea of Marmoon goes in to complete the line of them, a mile ahead of them. Good luck with your bets here. They are off and away. And Erica on the wide outside, having caused a delay, absolutely bursts out of the stalls there for a moment, but she was only in the lead for a second or two, and now has been dropped back out. So they sort themselves out in the early stages. Vulcan is one of the first to show. Damage Control right behind in second place at the moment. Just up on the outside is Molinari. Sea of Marmoon's in 4th place. Passing Fashion behind them in 5th. And then comes So I Told You. I'm just looking a bit further back. Derek Legrand is with them. Surrey Pride is also there. Erica, Bentley Wood up on the inside. A bit shorter room there for a moment or two. Midnight's Legacy is further back in the field. And then behind that one even, we've got Grinling. And then the Queen's Colours of Eyeshine and Callum Shepherd. They've got 3.5 furlongs left to go. And Vulcan and Jason Watson taking them along at the moment. Damage Control in second place. Molinari running well up on the outside. Passing Fashion tucked in just off the pace. And Sea of Marmoon is right behind them now. The pace really quickens. And now Bentley Wood has been pulled off the rail and has gone wider in search of some room by Tom Marquand as they make their way down towards the final 2 furlongs. Surrey Pride upon the outside is now coming to join the party. Surrey Pride on the outside, Vulcan on the inside. These two are still stride for stride. So I Told You is coming under pressure, as is Sea of Marmoon. Damage Control is trying to stay